Let's go to Michael. He's an Arsenal fan. Right, Mike?
Mikey?
Hello, Moz.
Oh, dear,
Jamie,
Mikey.
Jason, nice to talk to you finally.
How are you, Mike?
What do you mean, finally?
Well, it's been a while since I've been trying to get on to talk to you boys.
Right,
I love your show, though.
Oh, cheers.
Thanks, mate. I mean, how do you feel about the weekend? Disappointed? VAR?
A little bit. After seeing the decision tonight at the Wolves-Nottingham Forest game,
Yep.
that was handball, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if it given, it just comes at him so quick. We'll talk to Derm a little bit later on. But look, some decisions go your way, some don't. I mean...
Well, half of them have been going Arsenal's wrong way, ain't they?
Well...
What ones, though? I mean, you know, the Declan Rice one's a red card. Trossard one's a red card.
Well,
And the
you
one
would
at
say that, Jamie, come on.
No, I know. I thought it was harsh, the Rice one, but it was in the rules of the game. Yeah. The one at the weekend, I personally, I genuinely do think that it's a foul. I understand Saliba gets a little bit of the ball, but it doesn't change the direction of where Pedro's trying to move the ball to. And he takes him out.
But tonight one, the handball, the Wolves game, though.
Yeah.
You know, it was a fair, just... No handball.
No, they looked at it, didn't they? They looked at it. Look, it was struck at pace. Something was handball.
And they looked at the Arsenal one, though, didn't they?
I know, but look at the Tottenham one from the other day.
Sorry. What are you on about with VAR? Because both went with the on-field decision. Both went on-field. So it's not like VAR's changed the decision of another. They both went on-field.
I'm not bitter about fair.
No, of course not.
No.
Of course
Sound like you're making excuses here, Mike, for the fact you're
no.
just not good enough.
What's happened, Sam?
Anyway.
Who's going to be closest to Liverpool? Is it going to be you or is it going to be Forest?
Oh, of course it's going to be us. Tottenham Day again, isn't it? Tottenham Day.
What?
Celebrate that at the end of the season.
Tottenham's Day.
Tottenham Day is next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey. Top
Cheers,
man,
Mikey.
mate. See you later. Let's go to Logan. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Logie.
Logie?
Hey, then.
How are you? You good?
Yeah, not bad. Just obviously wanted to talk about, the game. And Jamie, you said, something about, he didn't get enough of the ball. That opens up a can of worms in terms of, it's more of a binary rule that if you get the ball before the man, then it's not a foul. The ball was gotten by Saliba. If you're saying he didn't get enough of the ball, right, then how much of the ball does he need to get? What is the percentage of the ball that you need to get?
Logie, I agree with you.
I agree. Up that kind of worm.
He stuck his head in, right? Yeah, there's a bit of close.
He sticks his head in.
But the ball comes off.
He's late.
Comes off his head.
He's late.
Comes off his head.
Yeah.
He's late.
So guys, right? So when you're going in for a slide tackle, you get ball and then you go through with the man, right? That's pretty much most of slide tackles, right? Then what you're saying then is that all slide tackles that you don't, if you make contact with the bloke, right? Anyhow, then that's a foul. That's what.
No, but we've seen penalties this season, Logue.
And then air.
Logue, we've seen penalties this season where they get a touch of the ball, but it's still a foul.
It's not a foul. It
is though, because
the ball was gotten before man, all right? And you said it was an on-field decision, right? But it was a wrong decision. So why didn't VAR get involved? Why didn't they say, go review it?
But listen, I think it's the wrong decision, but Jamie doesn't. So therefore, it's subjective, and that's sometimes the downfall. But it's the beauty of football is that you and I can see the same incident. I might see it a different way because the on-field decision has gone that way. What they've said is there's not enough in it to disallow the penalty. That's what they've said basically.
But it's a penalty, right? It's a penalty, and there's a head injury, so there's enough for it should be a clear and obvious error for the VAR to. Most penalties should be a clear and obvious error if it's in that sort of scenario, in that sort of that sort of range for VAR to get involved. What else is a penalty? Is pretty much a goal scoring opportunity. Yeah. There isn't a bigger opportunity for VAR to get involved in unless it's like a violent.
No, but if they think but like, what I'm saying is that when it's subjective, there is no definitive right or wrong answer. It's down to a personal opinion.
But the personal opinion depends on who that person is.
Correct.
Right? So, for example, Jamie, you're saying it's no pen, right?
No, Jamie's saying it is a pen.
I think it's a pen.
Sorry, you're saying it's a pen, but for the handball, you're saying the Tottenham handball, you're saying it's not a handball, right? Whereas Jason's saying the opposite, all right?
No, I think it's handball.
I'm saying I think to the letter of the law, you play on in that handball when it comes off Joe Linton.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
I thought it was handball.
Right. Okay. So therefore, that's what I mean about subjective calls.
But if it was on the other foot, if it was Arsenal, I probably would have, I tried to advocate it wasn't. But that's the bias of football fans, right?
Yeah, definitely that.
But yeah, no. Also, can I just say something about Tottenham, like Jamie? And I don't mean to, sound condescending, but I do feel somewhat bad for you guys. The manager's attitude is so shambolic with the press conferences. If he was my manager, I'd be fuming at him with how he's conducting himself in the press conferences with journalists, because at the end of the day, he is a manager, he picks a team, he has to be giving reasons as to why he's doing what he's doing. Losing half the games for a team like Tottenham, even though I hate you guys, is not good enough, and
you pity. You pity Jamie.
I'm only because of how annoying I'm finding Ange right now. He's so entitled. I don't know why he thinks he can be as snarky in the media when he's not really achieved anything. Like winning in Japan and Australia and Scotland, that's not an accomplishment. It's the equivalent of winning something at nursery. It's like a participant medal at the end of the day.
It's a bit harsh and Celtic.
I
hear you. Listen, Logan, I hear you. He's losing too many games for him to,
don't look happy, mate,
being chippy in interviews with Sam at the face and the way he is. I guess he's got a bit of a stubbornness about him. He's got a big stubbornnness, and I think he's got a bit of an arrogance, a little bit, where he's
struggling, mate. He's struggling. He's
finding it hard to get the answers.
Yeah,
and he's getting asked questions, and he
but they're valid questions.
Yeah,
what
but
Sam Matface did the other day.
Yeah, I know, but he don't want to answer,
questions.
does he? He
feels like
he doesn't have to.
Well, that's why they put him in front of the press then. Why don't he just walk off?
Because it's his duty, isn't it?
Right, so therefore,
his duty bound.
Sam did was ask what I thought legitimate questions, and he had the ump. I understand he's got the ump because he got beat again, right? Sam knows what he's going in there when the manager's going to be.
I know, but at the moment it's difficult for him, right? I get it. I hear everyone's arguments, and I'm the same. It's unacceptable for a manager to lose 10 games this season already. He's not good enough.
Can't be that many games.
It is 10. Lost 10. Lost half the games.
God, you have.
So it's nowhere near good enough. But I also, he's got loads of injuries. He's had illness in the camp. He needs the January window to get going and sign some players.
He's lost more games than Everton. Hold on, that can't be right. Hold on. Lost one. Oh my God, you lost more games than Palace. You lost more games than West Ham. You lost more games than Man United. He lost the same amount of games as Ipswich. What's going on, man? No one has got the ump.
Let's go to Nick. He's an Arsenal fan. All right, Nick.
Right, Nicky boy.
Nick, how you doing, lads?
Right, Nick.
And the one was saying I like myself. But Jamie, you're such a spud, aren't you? Anything against Arsenal, it's definitely a pen. You know what I mean? It's definitely a pen.
Mate, listen, it's nothing to do with me being a Spurs fan. I genuinely, when I look at it, I think it's a pen. I was on your side with the Declan Rice sending off, if you remember.
You know what I mean? Them kind of errors happen in 10,000 games in every weekend. I've never seen one given. And they said on the match of the day, they've never seen it given.
No, but now it has.
If he missed the ball, then he's got to be sent off for an headbutt, hasn't he? That's why I see it.
It's not a headbutt,
It's not a headbutt, is it, though? He catches it.
You can't call it a headbutt.
Is it?
No, but...
I mean, how many corners do you see two players go out for the same ball and headbutt each other? And you can't
clash
do
of
a
heads
penalty every time, can you?
Well,
no, but João Pedro, it's a movement. He knows what he's doing. He tries to nod. He nods it over Saliba's head. Now he gets enough of it over his head, and it's the top of Saliba's head.
That's
right?
enough for me. That is enough.
But Saliba goes through João Pedro.
That's enough.
Just because it hits the top, it grazes the top of Saliba's head. Is that enough?
Well,
he's headbutted him on the temple.
Headbutt again? Why do we keep saying headbutt? It's not Zinedine Zidane.
All right, well, he's headed him on the temple. He's headed him on the temple. He's took him out.
He's caught the side of his head.
He's took him out.
Well, have you ever seen a penalty given for that? I mean,
well, because it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often. That skill in the box doesn't happen often.
Yeah, I've never seen it happen. Have you?
No.
Well,
a lot of people think it is though. Like, I'm with you, Nick. I think it's if it was Chelsea, I'd be fuming. The other way round. That's the way I try to look at it. Saliba gets his head on the ball, right? It might not be the best of touches, but he does exactly what he wants to get something on it. Happens to hit me in the side of the head. Didn't headbutt him. He can't.
Nick, let's not get away from the fact, right, that you're a bang average. You're trying to keep up with Liverpool, right? You got Liverpool coming with a new manager. You know, Nottingham Forest level on points with you. I mean, Arteta's been there 5 years, and you mob can't win anything.
Well, that's like, oh my life. When we're going back to 1956 or something.
I know, but like, come on, you spent enough money now. You know, and all you're coming on moaning about refereeing decisions and VAR. How about pull your finger out and win a Premier League title?
Like, you'd love to be there or thereabouts like we are. Like, you know, you're like lingering near the
I mean, you just never get it done, though. You'd never get it over the line, do you?
Yeah, well, the next season it'll come when we got Sesko. Don't worry about that. It's a project. Like, I don't know where your
project. You're 5 years in.
I reckon that's where your project's going.
Project.
Do you not feel though, Nick? Do you not feel right every time we drop points, you go, it's the ref. It's the ref.
No.
It's the ref.
To be honest, I think we need to go for the juggler a bit more. We get 1-0 in front, and it seems a bit tippy-tappy football and not going for them, not going at them like Liverpool have done. So I'm a bit frustrated from that side. But we have got, like, you know, missing Saka. That's a huge miss.
Yeah,
like,
Larry's out now as well. Looks like he's out for a couple of weeks.
I know, mate. You've had how many opportunities? You've been fighting it out with Man City for a couple of seasons, and Man City fall off a cliff, and you still can't win the league.
Yeah, Liverpool step in.
I'm happy even going back to Wenger, when Wenger was in charge. Like, you know, and George Graham, we're there or thereabouts. That's not bad. And we never like Liverpool. I know they don't spend a lot of money, but you've got like Man Cities and Chelsea and that. We've always been in a black. It's a well-run club. And like we have some great players come through. I was like more the Dennis Bergkamp, the Thierry Henry era and that. And the players we had.
Back a long way. Nick, you're going back a long way there, mate.
Yeah, but, you know,
2004 was 20 years ago, mate.
You know, I don't know how far we got to go back when Spurs won the league. Was it a league then?
61.
Was it like
1961.
Good team, mate. It's a good team.
Did you have colour telly back then, mate?
Good team.
61, Jay. Oh, dearie me.
All right, Nick. See you later.
61.
61's bad, isn't it? Is it 61?
1961, last time we lifted the
league
old
title.
First Division.
That's bad.
I wasn't even born.
Jeez.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.